Morning, everybody. Welcome to Midwest Most Dangerous Podcast, Season 16, Episode 13, Lock Pod, Left of Center, coming to you live from the NECA IBEW Powering Indiana Lake County Studios.
You know, it's Friday of a short week, but it feels like a long week.
Yeah, man.
Like, think about it. Monday was Columbus Day, Indigenous Persons Day, whatever we're calling it.
That's crazy.
And it was a short
Don't
week,
be
but I feel like
correct. It was freaking Columbus Day.
I mean,
Christopher Columbus Day.
Hatcher Day, too.
It's big for Italians,
What's that?
you know.
Is
But
it Hatcher Day or something as well?
What's that?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Terry Hatcher, like from Superman?
like Mayor Hatcher?
Did she die?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, Mayor Hatcher, they do a day.
Who's the Diane Keaton died?
Yeah,
Diane Keaton died,
Everybody
yeah.
died this week. The
Really?
guy from Ace. No.
We
not
made it so
AC/DC.
far.
Somebody's bassist just.
Oh,
died.
Ace Frehley died.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Ace
Yeah.
Frehley.
I was thinking
He was
about-
the one with the star.
Yes. New York State of Mind. Or let's see, wait,
that
what's that?
sucks, man.
Somebody else died. He was the third.
Wait,
Who
who?
else was the other?
No, not from Kiss.
Ace
No.
Frehley.
Like
Kiss
the
guy
celebrity.
You know where
where
Kiss
his
is from?
threes.
I didn't even know it until I,
I do
went
not
on
know this.
I went on an RV trip there, Cadillac, Michigan.
No way.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
They are
man.
from Cadillac,
Yes, they
Michigan?
are. Yeah, they have
That
a
is
fucking,
so
like,
cool.
a Kiss shrine.
Oh,
in
maybe that's
Cadillac.
why they have Detroit Rex, all that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it. Dude,
interesting.
Marissa and I were on an epic hike in Cadillac, Michigan, and we walked right by the Kiss shrine.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and then Kiss was playing. Well, they were planning on playing their 50th anniversary there. And that was
Maybe
supposed
without
to be,
Ace Frehley.
I have a feeling their plans may have changed because it was like the whole
Wow.
town was like dressed up with Kiss stuff when I was there.
Oh, man. New York Groove is my favorite Ace Frehley song.
My first album, Kiss Destroyer. I bought
think-
it when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I played it in my mom's bedroom, and I was like listening to it as a little kid.
I definitely got Love Gun off of, and like Kiss Alive. Remember they did Kiss Live?
We are freaking dating the hell out of ourselves.
I never got into them.
This is like 1975. I bought my first rock and roll album. It was Kiss Destroyer. I remember it was. I felt like I don't know. It was like edgy. I was
Right.
like, holy
it was
crap.
like when
I'm
AC/DC
I'm
Back
like a
in
bad
Black
boy.
came
I'm
out.
listening to
Yes,
Kiss.
yes, totally.
Because like back then, rock bands were like satanic and stuff. Like,
Right.
You had Ozzy Osbourne.
Play the
like,
album backwards.
Dude, that was some weird shit. They were freaking weirdos back then.
Man, we are dating
Hey, Joe,
ourselves.
how did sectionals go last night?
Sexuals.
Pardon me?
Isn't it sectionals?
Sectional. Get your mind out of
I
the
heard
garbage.
sexual.
No, Joel's a volleyball coach at Whiting High School. And
Yeah, it was,
you've been doing that for a long time, right?
This is my 5th year this time around. I was
Yeah.
there before. The last time we won a sectional.
You're assistant coach, right?
Yeah, JV.
JV coach. But like assistant coach for the varsity team?
Yeah, correct.
So like you had sectionals last night, if I remember correctly, Boone Grove. You had to go on the
Yes.
road.
Yes.
How'd that work
Nice
out
road
for you?
trip. Not well.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
not
a
well.
bummer.
But Whiting's a small school, right?
It is.
Boone Grove's a small school.
Yeah, it's
too, right?
class.
Well, they're
Let's
all in the
put- they're
same
in
class,
classes
right?
now.
So
Right,
class
right.
A,
Yeah.
class 2A,
Yeah,
right?
we're
Yeah.
2.
Two.
Two?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
they moved
rough.
us up a couple of years ago.
So it was good?
It was not good.
Really?
No.
I'm sorry. That sucks. So the season's over, right?
Yep.
Wow, the
So,
seniors.
On the
Always
way
sad for
home,
the
like what
seniors.
happened? You got lose a player or something? Or?
I mean, like, listen, they got some fucking cornbread tall ass girls on their team.
Yeah, dude, those
Like,
freaking
Are you
farm girls?
implying that the BP plant is keeping our
So
girls
is
down?
it
Or what? I
stunting
mean,
the
like,
growth? Maybe. I don't know.
This-
When there's
yeah,
a
you
girl
can't
that's like
deal with
6'4", like,
corn-fed dude yeah, I get you. So those big old corn-fed girls are just slamming the ball down on their
down on
their
the big old poor
corn-fed
whiting girl
girls.
throats.
Friggin' little
There's our
whiting.
title.
The poor whiting girls are just sitting there getting slammed on, huh?
sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And by the way, I understand when you came home last night to Whiting, it was basically on fire with BP.
Yeah, I don't know.
What happened?
I
Dude,
had to
BP
go-
was flaring every
Oh,
flare last
wow.
night. They had like a
By the time we got home from the gym, shit was fine. I said, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Really?
I'm on my back porch.
I
It
was
looks
figuring-
normal.
really.
Yeah.
I was figuring you were going to come in all pissed off at BP. I mean,
Well.
because I haven't gotten the complaints yet, but I haven't gone to City Hall, obviously. But I saw on social media last night, right before I fell asleep, that BP had every flare going.
Rolling
It was, like,
last night.
Smoke everywhere.
So
It
for
was
our
like-
listeners, BP has the second largest oil refinery in the United States in Whiting, Indiana, right by Jill's house.
and it becomes like an annual, well, semi-annual tradition. Every 6 months, it acts like it's going to blow
Yeah.
up. Thankfully, it hasn't gone
It
up
only
yet.
happened in 1956 or something, 55,
yeah.
right?
It's every,
then it really
it's,
blew
it's
up.
every like 50 to 70 years it goes up. So, I mean, we're
it's like
due.
when you're waiting for an earthquake or a
Yeah,
volcano.
we're
So we're
overdue
due
for,
is what
It's
you're
about
saying.
due.
yeah, big time.
We're due for a blowout.
I mean,
I
we're
hope
due
not.
for, yeah,
That would not be good.
that would not be
We're
good.
going to hope that doesn't happen, Joe.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Anyway,
good life.
I noticed Kevin's, first off, I'm wearing my Billy String shirt that was purchased by John Vesmar. Thank
Wow.
you very much. Yeah.
This Grateful Dead
My
shirt,
pleasure.
I had to purchase myself. Thanks, John.
Yeah, but John got it. It was nice. I took him to a show, and I
Look at that.
didn't ask him to pay, of course. And then
Wow.
he like it was nice on the way out. And then I noticed Kevin's wearing his Sphere Dead shirt.
Yeah, one of my faves.
I love it. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Because
good one.
Kevin and I are always in a contest to get the cool shirt. Because if he gets a fucking shirt, I can't get it. So I'm like, you dick. That's the one I wanted.
And that flip of that has happened too. I'm like, I can't believe you. I wanted that shirt so
You
bad.
guys should just
so.
start getting matching shirts.
We don't want to be
and just
Twinkies.
Be twins everywhere.
Yeah, right.
But those are. I like your shirt too. It's a cool one.
Okay, so Kevin's got the Sphere shirt on, and I read No Doubt is headlining the Sphere for like 3 weeks, three
True.
weekends. And I was shocked, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Gwen Stefani. I love me some Gwen Stefani, right? And No Doubt's fine. I just can't see them in the Sphere.
So who's been in the Sphere so far? The Eagles.
Yeah.
The
Dead,
Dead,
obviously,
of course,
right.
many times.
U2.
But there was some
These are
also
epic
some
Backstreet Boys.
short
Backstreet
yeah,
Boys.
There was
but
some
epic,
short
by the way.
runs.
Backstreet Boys,
Eagles.
Eagles.
I
Well,
said
you
Eagles,
said
I
that,
thought.
right?
But wait,
But
there was
so
some-
far, but like the
wasn't there
bands we're
country?
talking about. Yes, but I don't know.
Zach Bryan.
There you go.
Okay, is he epic?
He's
I don't
big.
know.
Yeah,
Huge.
huge.
He is?
He's like
Okay.
the biggest
Yes.
thing
So we're
right
talking
now.
like humongous names in country and by the way, and then now they got No Doubt.
And which is kind of a big band from the 90s, right? Would you
Jill,
say
I mean,
90s?
They were
Just-
big when they were big. It's weird that they picked that one because isn't she the first female?
Oh,
Ooh.
maybe.
I-
Fucking DEI stuff.
No, but I mean, like, don't you think if you're gonna?
Jesus. Whoa.
Is that what you're suggesting?
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna put the first female up there, she's a weird pick. Like,
Kevin.
like you could pick a better female to be your.
Who would you
first.
pick?
Taylor.
Yes, but
Oh,
like
Taylor,
no,
yeah.
Taylor's
She's not
too
gonna
big.
do
She
it.
wouldn't.
She's
not
too
gonna
big.
do it.
You know, we talked about that. It's
Yeah.
not big enough
Yeah.
venue.
Her-
Because you only have, what, 18,000 people? Oh,
I
is it
think we
30?
decided
Okay.
it was like
You're right.
30,000,
You're
right?
Yep.
And then like Taylor does a show at the
80.
football field in Indianapolis, and there's 80,000 people. She'd have to do 3 Sphere shows just to match one
Right.
arena. So there's no way at this point. Maybe like when she's 45 and she does the Sphere, but
She's on her way down. Let's be honest.
Get the fuck out of
She
here.
is. No,
You're
seriously.
high, dude.
Objectively. Jill.
It's first off, it's hard to maintain the same level Taylor has been on. Her fucking new CD is awesome, dude. I love it.
Okay, I'm just saying I've never seen so much Taylor hate from this album.
Yeah, because
I
people
think
are
she's
That
jealous.
on her
happens
way
with
down.
every album, though.
Really?
Over
Yeah.
Jill, you love it.
I don't know that it's my favorite, but
love
I
it.
don't.
I think it's
don't
great.
hate it.
I love it. I love the songs. I think they're awesome. And they have stories, and I'm learning the stories because I don't know shit. But
Mhm.
even like
Stories
Father
are good.
Figures, she's talking about getting her music back. It's freaking epic, man.
Her,
She's
yeah.
a badass.
Now that she's engaged, maybe that's why there's so much Taylor hate. Like she's off the market.
Well, she's talking about her boyfriend's dick in one of the songs.
Wow.
With-
Okay.
yeah.
That one's
they're
a
like-
skip for me.
Terrible lyrics too, by the way. That song.
it's almost
So
it's
terrible.
forced in there. It's a cool little song, but you could tell she just wanted to put a song about.
She's trying to be edgy,
Yikes.
like Sabrina Carpenter.
I don't want to hear about
and
She is
Travis Kelce's
Redwood.
physique.
I don't
Yeah.
think you would have
Spreading her thighs.
Nah,
Literally,
yeah.
those are the lyrics.
Yikes.
at the end. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good song.
Terrible. I thought Taylor was a wholesome singer.
She's not.
Okay.
She can go both ways, I think.
I like it.
Ooh,
I like
kinky.
it. No, I like it, man. I like it. I like my favorite Taylor Swift songs are the ones she cusses in. Like because it's like her. She looks like so wholesome, like John said.
Yeah.
And then she drops an F-bomb. You're like, whoa! It's just like shocking a little bit, So
We're gonna see if she goes on tour again.
So no doubt at the Sphere, shocking to Tom.
Yeah.
I agree. I can't. How
I'm
many
trying-
dates are they doing?
6.
Yeah.
I think-
I'm surprised they can fill that.
Well, we're gonna
I'll
find
be
They're
out.
honest,
bigger
John.
than we thought.
let's watch the ticket prices because like when we were going to the Dead shows, we were getting GAs for like $350, $400, which is not
Yeah,
cheap. Not cheap, you know.
I'll be interested. I'm going to try to get some background info. A friend of mine who Tom knows, my buddy Raj, his cousin is Neil in No Doubt, and
This is true.
I'm going to get some. I'm going to see what I can get out
They
of
were
him.
pretty revolutionary, though, so they might have enough of a niche if they're only doing 6 dates. Like they hit
Yeah,
that
it's interesting.
ska,
The Fish-
like
Fish
nobody
did
was
3.
doing anything.
Oh, that's
like
right.
that.
Fish did 3.
Fish did 3, but Fish is epic.
Yeah.
It's not like Fish is like a slouch band.
I
don't-
mean, it'll be interesting to see because Gwen Stefani has a following.
Dude,
I would say for sure.
Oh,
and
that
she
People love
doesn't
her.
age.
Yeah.
Look,
She's
look at Gwen.
gorgeous.
She does not
she is gorgeous.
age.
I
Like,
mean, but these guys are all Botoxed and filled and like.
how old is she?
She's probably like 80 years old there.
It'll be,
Wow, if that's 80.
How old?
it'll
is...
be interesting if they're just doing No
I mean, Gwen
Doubt or
Stefani-
if they're doing
our
her
age.
own stuff too. With
No, I think
Wow.
I think it's No Doubt.
just No Doubt.
I think so.
Gwen Stefani is our age.
Wow.
Wow.
That's shocking, man. She looks amazing.
Yeah.
October 3rd, 1969. Wow. There you go.
Damn, man.
I think I might
She
go
looks-
to this show.
Oh no, I mean, if I'm in Vegas, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Because I do like me some Gwen.
Yeah.
When
I like her
also,
too.
when was the last time they played as a band?
That's another thing they have not in a long time.
So there you go. You got
Yeah,
that
right.
right.
You got
nostalgia.
the- Yep, coming
Yeah.
back. So.
Gotcha.
And by the way, like L.A., right? They're L.A. bands, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
far
That's
from
true.
L.A.
3-hour drive.
Yeah.
I love that drive. You know,
Oh,
we've done that
great
drive
drive.
a few times just to do that drive.
Yeah, we've done it from San Diego. We've done it from L.A.
It's fun.
It's not a bad drive. It's kind
We-
of cool.
Like
Awesome.
in the past, Joe, we would make trips on purpose. Like if we knew we were going to LA for that convention, and then we linked together like a concert. And well, we did the Dead one time, and then in San Diego there was a convention, and then right after the convention was another convention in Vegas. It was fun. So
It is desert.
yeah,
It is desert.
I always enjoy a nice
Can't
drive.
go wrong with a road trip.
My brother and I, one time when my dad still had his place in Scottsdale, Aaron and I made a trip like that on purpose where we left from Scottsdale, rented a one-way car, and we drove to Vegas, and we were driving so fast. It was awesome. I mean,
it's fun.
because you're in the middle of the desert, and I got this souped-up Camaro, and it was so fun. We were we got there so quick. But hey, last night was my annual fundraiser. You know, I forgot you were at sectionals until I noticed you weren't there, but
Thanks for the text though with the invite.
you're welcome. So it was a good time though. We had a lot of people there. It was,
Very nice.
It was honestly, I mean, that was my fancy fundraiser, you know, and there was 150 people there.
Yeah, it was very nice. Always nice to see people. It's a good time of year to have
All
a
of our
get
friends
together.
from Indy drive up to that
Yeah, it was
one.
nice.
Super
Zach was
cool.
there. Zach's been on the show obviously before. A lot of folks from Indy.
Joe Larry was there. Joe's been on the show
Andy
before.
Miller.
God damn, why don't we have Andy on the show?
Andy would be great in the show.
Let's do that. Okay.
Yeah,
And with session coming up,
I agree.
I wonder if he would.
Or maybe during redistricting. I don't
think
know.
he would?
I don't know. I mean, Andy's got
He's like a
he's
boss.
got a lot of clients. He's got a lot of people, and it'd be nice to have him. I'd love to
because
have
he
him
knows
talk about it.
everything.
He knows everything,
that's
everyone.
going on down in Indy. Yeah. And then it was a good event, man. I'm tired as hell though.
Keith Cheney. It's good
Keith
to see
Cheney,
him.
good to see KC.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was great. And I didn't like my speech though, man. I fell
oh,
apart.
that was great.
Everybody said they liked it, but
No, it was
it
good.
gets paid. I don't know. I think I
Oh,
fell
that was
apart.
good.
I think
When's the last time somebody told you that your speech sucked?
they don't.
No,
They always tell me it's
I'm
good.
telling you,
that's
I would
the
have.
thing, Joe. People in the last night they're like, "Your speech is good." I'm like, I didn't think it was that good.
I'll be honest with you, Tom.
Uh huh.
I like your
You're like-
speeches better when you're not referencing like bullet points.
I agree.
I
Yeah.
agree.
And I
too.
had bullet points galore last
Yeah.
night.
No, but you didn't
I did,
really
dude.
reference them.
That's
I mean, you
because,
just
and
went
then I
down.
get lost. Same thing
Mhm.
happened when I did that speech at the Obama dinner,
Mm.
and then like I was mixed up because I like to, like John said, I go off, right, and I'm like I know the route I'm going to go, and
Yeah.
then I feel like if I'm on a speech, I'm constrained by the speech,
Yeah.
and then sometimes I go off, and then I try to come back to the speech, and that's where it gets confusing because you're like, "Fuck, dude, I already said that," and you're like skipping parts of the speech.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
No, it wasn't bad by
It was
any
good.
means.
It wasn't great. It
And
was
a
fine.
great
It was
event.
like a B, a solid B. If you were
I'd give it a little more than that.
I would give it a B, maybe a B minus, man. I didn't like it.
No.
I walked out of there like, fuck me, man. Like, it was a good
I
crowd.
think you're being a little too hard on yourself.
I don't
I
think
know.
you have to sell anybody in that room.
I know,
No, it was a
I
great
know
event.
that. Everybody in that room, they're my fans, and they're my friends, and they're my family, and they're like, they've been supporting me for 22 years. So, like, you know, they're nice. They're going to tell me I did great, even if I did shitty. I just didn't feel like I did great last night. But what I did do last night that I thought was great is I took 2 pre-workouts before I got there. You know what I'm saying? Those I take it before I work out. They're like I forgot what
What do you
hydroxy
mean,
cut.
like electrolytes or something?
No, hydroxy cut.
No, there's
Okay.
like pre-workout shit. That
Yeah,
gets
it's
you
pre-workout, and it gets you totally amped up. So last night I wanted to be on my game, so that's probably why I gave a shitty speech. But I took the hydroxy cut right before I got there because I
Whoa.
wanted to be like engaging, and I didn't want to be like.
I think you're being too hard on yourself. I thought it was a good speech. I thought it was a good event.
amped.
It was a
Give
great
him
event.
hug. Give him a hug, Kevin.
It was a great
Yeah.
event. I thought my speech was a solid B, B minus, and I think my attitude, I talked to everybody in the room. I made it a freaking conscious effort to talk to every
great.
single person that walked in. I think that part was a A minus.
Yeah, people love.
Overall, I got a B,
there you go. Solid B.
solid B.
Hydroxy cut.
You didn't.
I
It says
did.
America's best-selling weight loss supplement.
I don't
must be
think it is a
something
weight
else
loss.
then.
No, that's it. That's it. It's
Wow.
it's what it does. It gets you like wired right before you work
Oh,
out.
you pour it in water.
That one down. No, I don't pour it in water. The one right there. The one.
Snorts
box.
it right up the nose.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
dude,
Water.
fucking straight to the
Quicker.
bloodstream, baby.
Nobody needs it in water. I
Wait,
need
you
it
just
right.
take
It's
the
really
powder
good for
right
your
in the
heart.
mouth?
No, there's a pill. The one next to your prompt to the
No,
to
the
your-
one with the syringe.
Right here.
that
on.
one. That one.
This
That one.
one.
That's the one I take.
It's called it's called hardcore weight loss. Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't take it for weight loss. I take
Yeah.
it right before I go work out.
Oh, look at that.
Pill.
Get hardcore, stay focused.
Excuse me?
See, I take one or two depending on how I'm feeling before I work out. and
Oh
then-
God, dude.
What?
Caffeine.
yeah.
Green coffee.
Green
extra.
coffee.
I don't.
No wonder why you were sweating. You handed me the microphone after your speech. You're like,
I
dude,
was
I'm sweating.
I was sweating my ass off.
Oh, my God.
I was sweating my ass off. Yeah,
It was
but,
hot in there.
But I did take two of those before, and I did it because I want to be charming
Are you
and
supposed to
engaging.
take two?
I want
Huh?
to
Yeah.
see how much
That's the max you're
caffeine's in
supposed to.
this.
It was a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Do they work?
say.
They keep you awake?
Fuck yeah. I was
start
like I
taking
couldn't
those.
sleep. How about that? I got
That
hungry.
works for me. I'm
How
dead
to use one
dead
capsule a
inside.
day.
I don't take one a day. Day 2 or 3. 2 capsules a day.
He
Day 2 and 3.
opens the capsule up. We've already established.
Whoa.
That's good.
All right.
Hey, by the way, Milwaukee Brewers.
Yes.
The curse of the L flag.
They're down 3-0,
Isn't
and I
that
couldn't
great?
be happier.
Fuck them, right?
I'm
Freaking cheeseheads.
I'm not pro Milwaukee Brewers right now.
I hate the Milwaukee Brewers, and I hate them even more. And I always thought I hated the Dodgers, and I really hate the Brewers. So, like, the Dodgers, I'm pulling for.
I mean,
them.
I don't want to be like a sore loser, so I'm trying to avoid like saying I hate them, but I definitely am not. I'm very irritated. I'm very happy they're down 3-0.
And Kevin and I, when we went to, it was game 1 of the NLDS.
Correct.
It was on the road. Kevin and I, both of our wives were out of town.
Yep.
And I didn't even really give him much of a choice because Kevin was like, I don't know, I got some work to do. And I'm like, dude, we're going to fucking Milwaukee. Our wives are out of town, dickhead. The Cubs are playing in Milwaukee. It's 2 hours away.
Yes.
So Kevin came around. Him and I jumped in Marissa's car.
Kevin worked in the car, basically.
He did, yeah, he was
He
taking-
rolled up to my house. I come outside. He's got his shirt off. He's like, "Let's go." I'm like, "All right, here we go, man." I'm like,
fucking
"Let's
85
go."
out here.
Was your chest painted?
No.
With
no,
a big
I was,
C on it, and
It was a missed
I had to put a
opportunity.
U on
like,
my
Kevin was
chest.
so shocked about
See you.
that. He's like, "You're taking your shirt off?" I'm like, "We're in a fucking convertible. What are you going to wear, a suit?" Like,
Well, Tom gets tan a lot easier, much like 1,000% easier than I do. So I was like putting sunscreen on. Tom's got his shirt off. I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, you weren't kidding.
no, he was
And then-
rolling, man. This was no.
John, it was hot. Okay, so
Okay.
like I start off and I take the shirt off and Kevin's like uncomfortable. I'm
No,
like,
I
"What
was
the
just
fuck,
like,
dude?"
You're
like,
snorting hydroxycut.
He's like, I just took 5
Off the
hydroxy
back of a
cuts.
Dude,
mirror.
I'm driving both ways. I got you.
No, but seriously, this is a good point because Tom, there have been times where Jan is out of town and Kevin still doesn't want to do anything.
He sits in the office the whole time, Jana.
He does.
I forced
Not
Kevin
true.
into the
Kevin,
car.
I get it.
No. There
But
was
I-
a time when I had tickets to Robin.
Which I love.
Unbelievable
Robin, by
show.
The way.
Kevin doesn't show up because he's just working late at his office.
That's
I
weak.
I should have gone to that show.
That's fucking
I'm
weak.
bummed
That's
about
the,
that.
That's
But
the
I'm-
lawyer you want.
But you know
though.
what? I'm glad Tom got me to go because we had a good time.
No, I mean, we did in the car.
Outside of the
car
game,
ride there was really nice. The car ride
back
home was
funny.
really nice.
We had some laughs.
And then we sit down, and it was 9-2 in the second inning. Right? Fucking, we both spent a lot of money on those
Yep.
tickets, and we
Yep.
drove 2 hours each way. And then we were just like, the fucking Brewers fans were dicks, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We were first off, it's not Wrigley Field North during the playoffs. We learned that the hard
Mm-hmm.
way. It's really, we were completely outnumbered. And then you'd hear like there was a dude behind us that was talking shit to us the whole
Yep,
game.
one guy,
I didn't
yep.
even turn around and look at him because that's how you start fights. And I didn't want to get fucking beat up in Milwaukee.
Not in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Nope.
So we sat there, and I was just thinking to myself, these people are fucking assholes. I mean, honestly, like I didn't enjoy
But think
that
about
at
like
all.
when we were over on the concourse, how nice everyone was before the game. Remember we
Yeah,
were talking to
the
them.
game hadn't started
Tom
yet.
was talking to everybody. He's like, "How you doing? We're good luck." And we were all in a good mood
Until the
Pre-game.
game started.
Yeah.
So like I left there and I was pretty down on the Milwaukee fans. I was just like surrounded by cheeseheads. They were being dicks. The freaking
Easy,
Brewers beat
easy.
us. What?
Easy with the cheeseheads.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm just. It's a sports thing.
Okay, it's the
So-
wrong sport, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but like, but they're. I'm sure they're.
They
Packer
characterize
fans.
themselves
They're
as
right.
They're
cheeseheads.
Packer fans
Yes.
also, right?
The guy next to me was like, "Oh, you're a Bears fan too?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry about all the misery you have to go through." I'm like, "All right, here we
I know.
go."
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So call me. I was not shocked when I did this latest story. Okay. So we have a situation where the Dodgers are in town. And, of course, some Dodger fans are stupid like Kevin and I, and they're like, I'm going to go to Milwaukee. And then they get there, and they're like, holy crap, I'm completely surrounded. But lucky for that Dodgers fan, his team is awesome. And they were beating the crap out of the Milwaukee Brewers. So he's sitting there talking crap to the Milwaukee Brewer fans. And this happens.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Is everybody quiet? What is it? Oh, why is everybody quiet? What is this? I'm sorry.
You know what? Let's call ICE.
Call ICE. Call ICE. I'm a U.S. citizen, war veteran, baby girl.
And he gets her on camera.
2 wars. ICE is not going to do nothing to me.
That is the most Karen haircut ever.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely going to be a Halloween
He says her
outfit.
words didn't.
So she was...
I think, admittedly, he was kind of being a dick.
He was being a total asshole.
I mean, you're winning. You're
and
in
he's
Milwaukee.
like filming Milwaukee Brewer fans who are all like grieving because their team is just getting spanked. And this young lady, let's call her 35 to 40 years old.
No.
Okay,
Up that.
45
She's
to
not
50
young.
years old, is sitting next to her husband. And she says at first, real men drink beer. And because he's drinking like a wine cooler or something.
Yeah,
right?
like a seltzer or something.
Right.
Real men drink beer, which in Milwaukee, it's a beer city, right? I could
Yeah,
see. Yeah,
right.
It's
And then
the Brewers.
And then she taps the person in front of her and says, you know what we should do? We should call ICE.
Yeah.
So like the guy's a Mexican guy. He's a war veteran. He served in the forces. And he has her clearly identified. Like the camera is literally on her. So all this dude has to do is download this photo, and she gets a Milwaukee Brewer fan, a young lady, that says, you know what, we should call ICE, which is a racist statement when you're Mexican and a Mexican American, and this
implying
guy,
that he wasn't a citizen or something.
Right.
And just like in saying that to somebody who's Hispanic is probably not a really nice thing to say these days.
it's
And
not a
then
nice
it
thing.
turns out he's a veteran.
Yeah.
That makes it even worse.
So this lady is going on a viral video now, right? News stations are picking it up. Obviously, TikTok, Facebook, the whole thing. She's all over
Today's
the place.
America.
So then it doesn't take long before somebody's like, hey, I know this lady. This lady is so-and-so, right? So turns out this lady has a job that's a pretty good job. Turns out she has she's also on the board of directors for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and she gets fired from her job, and she has to resign from the Make-A-Wish Foundation over this.
Terrible.
Dude, that is the most Milwaukee last name
What is it?
ever. It's like, wait, can you scroll back up so I can read it? Attempt to read it.
Posada?
Kovalarczyk.
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 Whoa.
Well, that's her husband's
Polish
name, right?
gal.
But still, like, Milwaukee.
Yes.
Right.
It screams Milwaukee. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think even I read something, and I don't know if it's on here, but I thought even the guy said he felt bad that.
Yes, this
Yeah,
is
yeah, this
from
is-
the
yeah,
the
there you read that, John.
person she said she's going to call ICE on. He said, I don't think it was like horrible or something that should get her fired. I feel bad for her. We cannot be judged on one mistake, and a lot of emotions were involved.
And yet you can't be judged on one mistake.
It was probably just hurt feelings. Nobody physically hurt anybody. Oh, boy.
That's how I felt.
Could you play it again? Could you play her statement, John? Because I thought she was clearly trying to make a joke, in my opinion. And
Of course she was.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen to what she says.
Oh, why is everybody quiet? What is this? I'm sorry.
You know what? Let's call ICE.
Call ICE.
That was
Call
it.
ICE.
You know what?
You
Let's
guys
call
citizen-
ICE. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's call ICE. And she's tapping the gentleman
Guy in front of her who
Yeah.
probably had nothing to do with it.
And that guy
didn't
got
get-
fired too.
I know. It's like, what? I know this poor guy gets tapped on the shoulder.
She just tapped me, man. Like, I got fired.
I didn't say, yeah, let's call ICE. I didn't even agree with her.
And her husband's next to her, and he's laughing his ass off,
Yeah.
by the way, for the record. No
I
one.
was like, what is going on?
And her team's losing, so
Yes.
and he's just egging him on.
Yes.
None of this helps. I'm not
No,
saying
he was being a dick.
she should have shed it.
Nobody
but
wants to see that in their home stadium. Like,
No,
people like
man,
filming
I
you.
can't stand
I mean,
it
people
when-
filming you, that's a dick move. It is,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I guess I give him a lot of credit for actually going on and saying, like, hey, I
Yeah,
didn't.
he got her fired,
I
dude.
know. He's like, dude,
she
I didn't
got
mean to.
herself
I
fired.
know, but he didn't have to download that video.
I thought this stuff was over with. This whole firing and canceling.
Getting worse.
I thought we were done with this.
Well, like, think about the kiss cam. The person that filmed the kiss cam downloaded it and ruined their relationships. And, of course, it's their fault that the relationship was ruined. But you have to make that conscious decision to download that video. Like, this guy didn't have to download it.
Right.
He wanted to
Right.
download it. And then she gets fired, and then he's like, oh, I feel bad. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't feel that fucking bad. You
Because
didn't
you
have
put
to.
it up.
Right. And, by the way, it doesn't make him look good either. He looks like a jagoff. So it's like, you not only did you make yourself look like a jagoff, you got this lady fired also. And she said something she shouldn't have said, but, like, none of this had to be posted.
no.
Nope, it did not. None of it had to be posted.
Everybody's got to be a star, right?
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like,
I mean,
look what happened to me.
we live in a social media. I want to post the next
I'm
viral video
a star,
moment.
dude. I'm a freaking, I'm a star. Everybody wants to see me, right?
It's why, like, you see like terrible traffic accidents, and you see people taping it.
Instead
I'm
of
like, what
fucking
is going
helping.
on?
I agree. Like there was an ice situation the other day, Kevin, in Chicago. And there's, let's say, a crowd of 100 people gathered around. It was an intimidating presence.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to intimidate the ICE officers, which is a massive number of people. And I'm not even shitting. 80% of the people had their cell phone up in there filming the ICE officer. It's like, what do you think? Like, one of the 80 people is not going to get this exact same thing you're trying to film? You got 80 cameras in there. It's freaking
It's
insane.
kind of like either just get out of the way or do something. I guess you got to either act or not act, or just. But filming it is just I don't know.
it's terrible.
Ridiculous.
So anyway,
That's our world, though.
we wanted to give some words of advice. Halloween's coming up.
Oh,
Yeah. And, there's a lot of people out there struggling with great ideas for a costume. You're tired of dressing up, as the Scream character or a sexy nurse, right?
Or
And
this woman.
Or this woman,
Oh,
this character.
or the Phillies
Right.
fan. They look like a little bit the same.
Right. They do look the same, funny enough. We're giving you advice right now. All right? Spread this far and wide. This is Lockpod golden words of advice from Lockpod. All right? Don't show up to any Halloween party dressed as an ICE agent this year.
I think that's a bad idea.
Because honestly, there's some dumb fucking people out there, and there's somebody right now is probably like, "What the fuck? That was my idea." That is not a good idea. Okay, that is a bad idea, and
Yeah.
especially in this area. Where did you get that
So
from?
this I found online. This was a news story this week. The sheriff in Mobile, Alabama's house, right on the eve of a Mobile Latin Fest, but with Halloween coming up, his wife took credit for this, or not credit, she took the blame as well. Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch's house. This photo surfaced online Tuesday, showing skeletons dressed as ICE agents appearing to chase skeletons dressed in stereotypical Hispanic attire,
Oh, my God.
including sombreros and serapes, over the fence.
Oh, no. This is the sheriff?
Sheriff's house.
That is freaking tasteless, man.
Yeah, that's bad.
like-
Mobile, Alabama.
I think that
Well,
For Halloween.
Alabama.
I know, but like honestly,
Oh,
I
no,
think
it's bad.
we should spread the word. We're starting here at Lockpot, okay? Spread the word far and wide. ICE is not applicable. ICE is not a appropriate Halloween costume at all.
I don't think it is. It's
Leave
too,
politics
it brings
out.
too much emotion
Dude.
on both sides.
I have 700 people that are going to come to my house on Halloween.
Yeah, they
Can
are.
you imagine how many extra candy bars I'd have if I put some bullshit like that out in front of my house? There'd people just skip it. And
yeah.
I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. I don't want people to think about Donald Trump when they're trick-or-treating. I don't want people to think about ICE. I don't want people to think about all this miserable shit going on in our country right now. So, like, we're just putting it out there. Don't do this. Like, this is poor taste. This is an emotional issue. It's wrecking families. It's wrecking friendships. It's wrecking relationships between police and their communities. Let's skip the ICE costumes for Halloween.
So, question. Someone shows up to your door, Tom, dressed as ICE.
Fuck that.
They want your famous, Tom gives out full-size candy
Full
bars.
size.
right.
What
That's
are they
right.
getting from you? Nothing?
Nothing. Nothing.
Middle finger.
Middle finger. Ice free.
Brewers fan shows up.
They get the small candy bar. I will have some bullshit
There you
candy
go.
for somebody that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like those little candy corns.
I was gonna say candy corn.
Candy corn, just like dropping in
couple of
4
candy
candy corns.
corns.
That's my
Candy corn.
Marissa, bring out the candy corn.
You've heard the term PFO, right? Politely fuck off, right? If I give you the candy corn, I don't like your outfit.
Man.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That's a polite way.
I
to
love
say-
that.
It
That's
is
great.
good. So
All right. Well, there's a word of advice from our locomotive.
we're here. It's a public service what we do.
Medium quality entertainment and some public service once in a
I
while.
like that medium quality entertainment.
All right, listen, we've got a good rest of the show. We're going to do ads, come back. It's a short week, but Tom did have a
Impactful.
very exciting and interesting council meeting. And then there's all kinds of stuff we're going to talk about in the third segment about Tom Homan, as well as
Bolton.
yes,
Another
as
one.
well as another.
Yeah.
Oh,
another
is
indictment.
it the revenge tour, or did he do something wrong? We're going to find out.
All right, let's start with Powering Indiana Lake County, our premier and studio sponsor. We got to see Dodie last night, which is nice.
Very
Dodie and Bobby.
nice. Very nice, Sarah and Bobby.
Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana corporations, businesses, and homes alike. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning with a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on. They're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by hitting up their website at mcrpartnersllc.com, or for tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious taproom and outdoor patio serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offer a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their new food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site, just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer.
Are you facing legal challenges and don't know where to turn? Who are you going to call? Look no further than Kuklakis Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Do you need representation buying or selling real estate? Call Kuklakis Law. Do you need help forming your business? Call Kuklakis Law. Did you get injured in a car crash or at your job? Call Kuklakis Law. No matter what your legal issue is, call 219-671-6347 for a free consultation. Who are you going to call? Kuklakis Law. That's who. Hablamos Español.
The Branding Room Floor. Don't let your business get lost in the shuffle of generic branding and aimless marketing. Trust Northwest Indiana's award-winning full-service marketing agency, The Branding Room Floor. Providing data-driven results to help your business grow in a crowded market is their specialty. From website development and digital advertising to graphic design and branding, The Branding Room Floor will set your business or organization on a clear path to strategic success. Don't wait another day to get started. Visit thebrandingroomfloor.com today.
All right. Thanks to our sponsors,
including our studio sponsor, Powering Indiana, Lake County.
All right. You know, one of the things we like to do on this show is give you like an inside view on what it's like to be the mayor. And this week we had a city council meeting that was worthy of Lockpod. It was spicy. A lot of shit going on, man. A lot of good stuff happening. And then your normal, like, typical slander towards the mayor kind of stuff happened. And then the council did something that was awesome. That sort of supported, not even sort of, it supported the actions I took against ICE. So we're just going to sort of like skim over a typical city, not a typical city. This is not a typical city council meeting. Atypical.
There you go.
Right. Renaissance. We announced a $27 million investment in. It's not senior housing, but it's
senior and affordable housing. Yeah,
affordable housing.
Yeah, affordable housing. Yeah, it's actually the biggest HUD.
Because there's people that aren't seniors in there.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah,
it's affordable housing. It's
a 10-story building. It also has 12 2-story family. They're called family apartment areas. And it's the biggest HUD project in the state of Indiana. Over 1,000 people live there.
$27 million investment into that. There's 450 total units. Each unit's going to have at least $50,000 put into it. So over the next 18 months, we're going to have north of $27 million invested into an affordable housing complex.
Really, really cool. And a housing complex that was built in the probably mid to late 70s and, is in need of a facelift.
Dated, big time.
Yeah. So
and we also worked out an agreement where they're going to pay the city of Hammond up $100,000 up to $225,000 a year in what we call pilot payments, which is, so for the city of Hammond, this is just a spectacular deal. And council approved it. I signed it in already, and I'm looking forward to that beginning. So that's nice. That happened.
Yeah.
And then we have to do a public hearing on our budget. All right. So during the public hearing, obviously members of the public are allowed to come forward and speak about the state of the budget in this case. And I had a young lady. I've never met this lady before, but I've heard she goes to school board meetings a lot.
She also has been at Mayor's Night Out.
Oh, I don't remember. But so she comes forward and she's slamming. Oh, she first says, I froze police officer and firefighter hiring. And, my priorities are mixed up because the hiring freeze is not going to allow new officers to come in and new firefighters come in, which is straight false. And I straighten that out later. She's slamming data centers because that's the cool thing to do now from the far left is slamming data centers. Like, that's going to get us anywhere, we don't want to move forward. We don't want to, we want China to take over AI and all the technology. And so she's slamming data centers. And then she gets into TIF funding, which just burns me up because most people don't even understand how TIF works. And she's saying, what other entities could benefit from these funds? We shouldn't send it all to redevelopment. We should send it to the schools, and we should hire police officers and firefighters with it. And she doesn't have a freaking clue, right? Were you going to say something?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was clearing my throat, but I didn't want to interrupt you either. I was going to say that, like, I think, well, you said it, and the idea here is if you shifted those TIF funds around, if she understood what it was, it's basically taking money away from
redevelopment.
Yeah, from projects that you just talked about.
What happens is we use TIF funds to bring in a business. That business pays more taxes, and we use the new taxes, to pay off the debt to bring that business in, right? And if you do this the right way, we keep growing our assessed value of the city, which brings in more jobs and more quality of life, and everybody benefits, right?
Yeah.
But if you take away the TIF money and you give it to entities like police, or if I gave it to the school district, I would have no money available to bring in business, and we would all just stagnate, right?
Brings in jobs,
The
brings in
whole
people.
purpose of TIF money is to use for redevelopment of the city. So now people see us being successful with it, and now they want their share. The schools are like, give me some of that TIF money. It's just insane.
And I think the other thing to remember is that if the business didn't, it doesn't impact, TIF money does not impact the current level of property taxes. It impacts the new property taxes that are brought by the business. So if you didn't make the business deal, if you didn't have the development come in, you wouldn't have that money anyway. So and she didn't, I don't think she understood all that.
So I get pissed. And I don't usually respond to people. I pride myself on just taking punches and just absorbing them and moving on. But this lady just pissed me off. Like, she was clearly like trying to get at me, and she did. She got at me, and I'm like, okay, lady, you're gonna get responded. People get all pissed off when I do this, but they forget that I'm the mayor. Mayors are allowed to walk up to the microphone in the middle of a council meeting
by ordinance
and interrupt the meeting, and I do it a lot. And I'm part of the process.
Well, Hammond. But you're recognized by the chair.
Yes.
It's not like you don't.
I don't
walk
interrupt
up there
the
and just
proceeding.
be like,
I say, Mr. President. He says, Mayor, and then I get to speak, right?
Yes.
So this pisses people like her off, and she feels like, hey, if the mayor could do it, I should be able to walk up to the microphone.
She tried that a couple times,
and she does. And then the cops all jump up, like, oh my God, she's going to attack the mayor. And so this is basically my response to her.
Police and fire account for 2/3 of our spending, $65 million, $38.8 million on police, $25.7 million on fire. That's 2/3 of our budget goes to police and fire. So I don't want to hear this nonsense about us underfunding the police. That's nonsense. That is complete and utter freaking nonsense. Hammond spends 2/3 of its money on public safety. I don't know where she gets that information from, but it's false. And I'm not going to sit here and let somebody come up here and lie.
Here she comes.
I'm not. You're done.
Ma'am, this isn't a debate. This isn't a debate.
He misunderstood.
This isn't a debate.
Go sit down. You're in the council chamber.
Yeah. If you want to address me, I'm right here.
I'm addressing government. This is government.
If you have a question, I'm here.
So anyway.
She wanted to get in this back and forth. I like how you said nonsense 3 times, and she also, you're right. She thought it was going to be some question and answer.
Like, she gets to walk up and grill me and ask me questions. Like, sit down. You already had your comment, right? You're not the mayor. You're not a council person. We're talking now. We've listened to you. Now it's our chance to respond to it, right?
It's a public
So
hearing.
she walks up like, hey, I'm going to walk up and just start talking. It's like, dude, it doesn't work that way, lady.
And it just may be people don't understand, right?
She doesn't understand. Right. She doesn't understand a lot of things, but she doesn't stop her from talking, right?
She talks.
That's a problem in America nowadays. You just go up there. She has no clue about TIF. She's just talking shit about TIF. This is what you should do with it. Well, you should probably try to understand it before you start criticizing our use of it, right? You don't even understand how it works.
Yeah, I think, public hearing and public comment, I mean, they obviously people have the right to come up and speak, whether they're accurate, inaccurate,
right,
what they say, but don't believe that you're getting, credibility, because a lot of times what you're saying is inaccurate. But they have the right to come up and talk. Go ahead.
So we did the $28 million deal. We did the public hearing, which was a lot of fun. And then we get into the real meat and potatoes of the meeting, which was Councilman Barry Tyler, Hammond's 3rd District Councilman, is floating a great idea from the get. He was very bothered by what happened in the Hammond Police Department parking lot. He called me up and said, Mayor, I'm gonna float a resolution to confirm we want to be on board with what you did. And I was like, thank you, Councilman. I don't want to be by myself on this issue, right? And I actually made a joke in there about, hey, we could all go to jail together. It makes me feel much better, right? But Councilman Barry, this is Councilman Barry Tyler in this section talking about his resolution regarding ICE.
Councilman Tyler.
I just want to say that this resolution is in response to recent immigration law enforcement agencies coming into the city. Mayor, thank you for the work of you and your administration for holding them accountable. I know that we've had this conversation once again several months ago in terms of the uncoordinated efforts and putting a stop to that. And so thank you for stepping up. In response, thought it made sense for the city council to pass a resolution in support of that. I will save us from reading it in its entirety, but I do want to highlight just 3 quick points. One, that this is an attempt to protect the constitutional rights of every resident within the city of Hammond. We are trying to take proactive steps to maintain trust between our immigrant communities and local law enforcement. And then lastly, of course, it confirms that our city won't stand aside and let immigration law enforcement use city property and resources in unapproved or unsanctioned efforts within our city. So I know there's probably a few words that you want to share. Just want to say thank you again.
Yeah, that's that's Councilman Berry explaining
well
his
said.
resolution. It was a great resolution too.
Yeah.
I've already signed it. Next, Councilman Berry, this is the discussion part of the entire thing, and Councilman Berry is asking myself as an attorney, I guess, asking Kevin Smith, does the city of Hammond have the right to tell ICE to get off their property? This is the following exchange.
In terms of blocking the federal government from using our property, if city property, police department, city hall is considered public property or private property, can you just kind of touch on that a little bit?
Good question, Councilman. First off, I think we all agree if ICE pounds on our front door of our house, we have property rights in our house. We all know that. So the question is a good question. What rights do we have on city property? Can anybody use it, or do we have rights as council and the mayor? I think we have rights, Councilman, and especially with this resolution that you're proposing, I think it shows that the council and the mayor are on board on this issue, and I think we have every right to say, not in this parking lot. But Councilman, you bring up an issue that's very timely, because today there was a nasty rumor going around the city of Hammond that ICE was staging in Gavitt High School parking lot. I happened to be home at the time I heard that, and I ran over there. I was there within 5 minutes, and there was 10 federal agents' cars parked in the parking lot. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they're here, they're in Gavitt parking lot. We made sure there was nobody in the school. And then a car pulled up, 2 members of the ATF got out and said, Mayor, this is all our cars. We're ATF, we're executing a warrant in Hammond right now. I shook his hand, I said, thank you, officer, and I walked away. You know what I'm saying? Because the ATF, they're helping us. We have officers that help the ATF helps us, FBI, DEA, US attorneys, state police, county sheriff. We support law enforcement. I think what we're saying today, Councilman, is I don't think what ICE is doing is law enforcement. I don't think law enforcement officers cover their face out of embarrassment so they can't be identified. I don't think law enforcement officers could just tackle people to the ground. If Hammond cops did that, I have a feeling we'd all have a problem with it, okay? So I appreciate that, and I think it's a great question. This may bring repercussions. I think we're all aware of that in this environment with this state government. But I think it's well worth it, Councilman. We have 40% of our population that's petrified right now.
Mayor, what else?
So, Mayor, I don't know, Mayor, Tom, do you want to?
I mean,
Yeah, I got good comments, I thought, by you, by the way. And
we do support law enforcement.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think that's the thing I want to make real clear, because, a couple things in this, if you read the headlines, even in today's paper, it makes it look like, Hammond is saying, like, no matter what ICE is doing, we don't want them in our city. And the fact is that if they have a valid detainer request, if they're going after a bad guy with a warrant, there has never been anything that the city has stepped in the way of. In fact, the resolution even says the resolution doesn't restrict or interfere with the execution of lawful judicial warrants or the enforcement of a criminal law by ICE or any other agency. So I want to make sure that it's clear that really, and Tom's talked about this, I think, very clearly and done and well about what's going on that we don't like, and it's about how they are acting. And about, hey, you can't just come on our property. The example I gave was like, you can't go in a park at 2 a.m. and start having a party. We have the ability on city property, because there was a bunch of Facebook stuff I was getting involved in, which I shouldn't have. But, they were like, whoa, it's public property. It's public property. It's like, okay, well, do you think you can go in the park at 2 a.m. and start, throwing a party? No, you can't. We can restrict public property, just like we do all the time. And that's what we're doing now.
The next part is something that really bugs me about what ICE does, and it bugs a lot of people, is the practice of them completely covering their face and making them basically, you have no idea who is violating your civil rights because they're embarrassed to show their face. So this is the next part. This is Councilman Al Salinas from Hammond's 2nd District.
One question, Mr. Mayor. So with these ICE agents concealing their identities, how does Hammond Police identify them?
That's a great question, Councilman.
How do we move forward?
I guess we have to trust the fact they have police on their vest, that nobody could go out and buy one.
Calls with just, residents scared that people walk in the neighborhood, are they ICE agents, are they not? How do we identify them? Do we just call the police? Do the police come out?
Yeah, that's no good.
And also, like, have you noticed, like, no body cams?
Yeah, I know.
So it's like, okay.
Illinois just, a federal
saw
judge in
that.
Illinois just required the ICE officers to carry body cams in Chicago,
Yep.
which sounds like an easy thing to do, but that's a months-long process, months and months, because if you're wearing body cams, you also have to have enough body cams for your officers. You also have to have the ability to keep them charged. You also have to have the ability to download it, and you have to have an area where you can download it, and that costs a shitload of money because that's what we did in Hammond. Right, John? Mm-hmm. It's an incredible process. So if the ICE officers have to start wearing body cams, that's not going to happen overnight.
Well, and I think the fact that it's telling, I think, that ICE officers are not wearing body cams, because what we've, I think as a city administration we've learned is that body cams are good for both the citizen and the police.
If our officer is involved in a confrontation and their body cam wasn't on, they're in deep shit. They're in deep shit with Hammond. Because it's like, that's the first, if I get some complaint about an officer, it's the first thing I do. Let me see the body cam. And then the chiefs come in and we all boot it up and we just sit there and watch the arrest. And nine times out of 10, I'm usually satisfied with the way the Hammond police officer operates. It's not very often where my officer that knows they're on a body cam is acting like a dumbass because they know they're on tape. Why would you act like an asshole if you know you're being taped, right? Why do the ICE officers not wear them? Because they're assholes and they're violating people's constitutional rights, and they don't want you to be able to pull up and see what they're doing. Yeah. It's dirty cops.
Well, because if you think about it, like, right, if there's a lawsuit over an ICE arrest, it's like, okay, well, let's see what happened.
That's right. Let's look at the body cam.
Instead, it's just, let's write our report up on what we say.
Oh, they were violent with me, right? It's like, no, I wasn't. I saw a kid in Chicago yesterday. It was he was an 18-year-old African-American kid, just graduated high school last year, and he got tackled by an ICE agent out in front of a Walgreens.
I saw that.
Tackled, held to the ground, and then his I think it was his daughter came out, or his girlfriend came out, and she's like, he's an American citizen, and then they're like, you better get the fuck back or you're getting it too.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell's going on? You got an American citizen getting tackled by these thugs.
That doesn't seem to be a immigration and customs enforcement.
It's not at all. They just don't like him. Hey, I don't like the way you're talking. You called me an asshole, so I'm going to tackle you and I'm going to arrest you because you're belligerent,
Yeah, I mean, it is it's scary, and I think as time goes on and we learn more about what this operation is, and this may be a decade from now, we're going to learn that there was a lot of shady stuff.
People are going to prison over this. When Trump is like run out of this town finally, when he's run out, and then real people with integrity start taking government over again, we're going to start looking at this stuff. You watch.
Can I go back to body cam real quick, because I think this is an important point, and I want you to talk about it, Tom, because I remember, and when you first suggested body cams to the police, they were against it.
Yeah, the cops were
it's flipped
big time against it because they were like, Big Brother, you guys are gonna be watching. If we're not always like out there doing stuff, we don't pull up your body cam. I don't pull it after you get off an 8-hour shift. We don't pull up your body cam to see what you were doing.
Right.
We pull up your body cam if something happened, and we need to see it. Like if you're involved in a shooting or you were involved in a confrontation, and Kevin's getting legal paperwork over it. Yeah, let's pull the body cam, see what happened. Right?
And like you said, 9 times out of 10, it actually helps the officer.
Yes,
and they've learned that now. And
yes.
I think to a man and woman on the police department, they are in favor of the fact that they have the ability to show government, to show their mayor, or show their chief, hey, I was doing everything right.
That's right.
And I think the fact that ICE is not tells you that they don't want to people to see what's going on.
We just said on the last show, Lindsay brought it up. She said, these guys act like they have no boss. Remember?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's so telling. It's so true. It's like, yeah, you act like you have no boss, and nobody really cares if you're violating constitutional rights. But if you're wearing a body cam, oh, yeah. That's a lot different because we're going to see exactly what you did.
Because in court, guess what? You can't. In court, evidence counts.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. Evidence counts in court.
Evidence counts in the court of public opinion too, buddy. If I have a video of ICE officer tackling an old lady and that goes viral, doesn't look good.
If ICE is doing all this great work and getting the bad guys out, why aren't they showing that? Like, tell me the arrests you've made of these terrible people, and I hope they are, by the way, and get them out if they're due process conviction, get them out of here.
Did you have something?
I was going to say, I think this escalation is by design. I really do. I think
Really?
there's agitators. Yeah, I do.
Interesting.
I think it's by design.
You mean like almost like a fear campaign, John, or like intimidation campaign?
I think some people want it to lead to bigger things, whether that's bringing in,
Yeah.
military or violent
causing civil
confrontation with
civil
left
disturbances.
and right. Yeah, it's
Okay, the last part of this segment is where Mark Kowinski, he's councilman of Hammond's 1st District. There's a lot of action going on in the 1st District right now because it's the closest to Chicago. So Councilman Kowinski has been a councilman as long as I've been mayor. Him and I have had, a long relationship. And he asked me a pertinent question at the end of this debate. So,
Whenever.
Mayor, when you mentioned that we could face possible consequences, I suspect you were thinking what I was thinking, and that could be money from downstate projects and that kind of thing.
Yeah. I think we face the same kind of consequences because we exist, though, in this environment. But so when this went down, Councilman Mark, first off, we were inundated, as you can imagine. I'm sure the council chamber was. It was a busy day. And then I started hearing rumors from the governor that he passed some executive order that forces us to comply with ICE. Yeah, executive order. It's not law. Let's go, right? Executive order. I could live with that. We're doing the right thing. If we're going to go to prison together, I feel a lot better with all you guys with me, I'll be honest with you. But if we're going to...
So, and I haven't read his executive order.
From what I heard, he did pass an executive order. It complies all state government and agencies to comply with ICE deportation requests.
Yeah,
But the question is, first off, they never sent it to me. I didn't see this executive order. And secondly, it's an executive order.
Yeah, I think what I read about the executive order is that it's all about Indiana Department of Homeland Security, Indiana Department of Corrections, Indiana State Police. And then the next step is we're going to talk about it in the next segment about this new act that Tom Homan came to Indy this week.
All right, let's do some ads, and then we'll come back and cover the following, the final segment. Thanks for sticking with us. Let's go ahead and start off with Johnny Law Cantrell and Kristen Cantrell. Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? If so, give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with somebody who's in the court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-5544-LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Prestmer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestmer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. Prestmer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you.
Calumet Brewing, it's not about the miles you ran, the perfect score, or even the final victory. It's about the joy in the journey. The high fives after a friendly game, the feeling of accomplishment, the shared laughter. That's the moment worth toasting. With only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, Michelob Ultra is the refreshing, crisp reward that makes the moment better. Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Head over to the Cal Brew or Michelob Ultra websites and social media pages for more info on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Michelob Ultra lifestyle with beers and cheers responsibly.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Baltonsberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions that leave a lasting impression. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Thank you to our sponsors, without whom we could not be on the air. They've
That's
been
right.
a lot of them have been with us from season 1, 16 seasons ago. So thank you very much.
When we were much younger men.
Yeah. Kev?
Yeah, so we wanted to follow up on what's going on with Tom Homan. We had some, we kind of went through.
Tom Homan, who's the head of...
he's the head, one of the head immigration officials, the czar, immigration czar.
Immigration czar.
Yeah, so not like an appointed or an elected position in the government, but somebody that the president taps to kind of lead maybe a policy or something that, like in this case, immigration. So we also talked about this allegation that the current FBI has determined not have been criminal, and they shut down the investigation regarding Mr. Homan. They alleged he got $50,000 in cash in a kava bag. He's denied. I guess actually
you've never had $50,000 cash in a kava bag. Come on,
I have not. McDonald's bag, White Castle bag, nothing like that. But it's interesting because since we aired that, both the New York Times did a daily segment on it, which was really interesting, and actually they had kind of the same take we did, like, hey, what's going on with the money? And he came out recently on News Nation. John and I were talking about this, and actually denied ever even seeing a bag or getting the money. So it is what it is. But anyway, he shows up out of the blue in Indianapolis, and it was supposed to be a public thing called, I forget, Fairness for Hoosiers is what it was called, and it's supposed to be in the atrium. And guess what? All of a sudden, it got moved to the House chamber where no public, or it became closed where no public and no press were allowed.
Yeah.
And then they decided to live stream it. And Tom Homan, one of the comments I thought was interesting, he said, "I feel like a kid in a candy store after hearing all these great comments about the Fairness Act." The Fairness Act is didn't get it. It was kind of like a little bit of Republican infighting because it passed the House 76-24, and then it went to the Senate, and the head of the committee, Senator Brown, I forget where she's from, a Republican, refused to give it a hearing. So which is great, doesn't happen a lot of times. If there's like a priority like immigration, they're going to give it a hearing, and she didn't, and that pissed a lot of people off, including Tom.
So the bill
Rokita. Didn't pass. So now they're trying to get it moving again this year to get it back. And I
imagine the fairness doctrine is not that fair.
Yeah, what is it?
It's basic.
If they named it the fairness doctrine, we're in big trouble.
I printed out the bill here, but I won't read it because I don't want to lose a lot of our viewers. But basically, it says to
state action on immigration.
Yeah, it basically says, hey, if the Attorney General finds that you're not doing what you're supposed to do with a detainer request, the Attorney General can name you non-compliant, and your locality, county, city, township, whatever it is, town, can lose state grant money for up to a year. So that's out there. And then also, if you're an employer and you employ undocumented folks, you can lose your ability to be licensed in the state. So those are what they're threatening folks with. And obviously, in my knowledge, the city of Hammond has never not complied with a detainer request.
No way.
So whether or not this ends up happening, but I thought it was interesting. Todd Rokita said this after calling Senator Brown out by name. He said, where is this quote, John, in here?
The fact of the matter
the fact of the matter is there is no country and therefore no Indiana if we don't have a defined border, one language, and a common culture. I was like,
who said that?
Rokita. According to the article in the Capital Chronicle. Thank you to Abdul. That's where I got a lot of the stuff from. So I don't know. I thought that was a weird comment because we all know, like, I guess in Lake County, we're so used to dealing with different cultures. I mean, whether you're Polish, African-American, Mexican, whatever, it's like you hear, or even on the streets of Chicago, you walk through a city street, you're hearing languages all over the place. I'm like, what is he talking about?
I agree.
I'm confused. Like, where was this legislative body when Holcomb brought in a bunch of Afghan refugees to Indiana?
Right.
Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Where was this body when almost daily migrant planes flying into Gary, Indiana?
Mm-hmm.
Where was that?
The switch the switch has been flipped,
John. I don't see a principled GOP in Indiana, and I never have.
And John, you're talking from a conservative standpoint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's sick, man. We got to change the subject. I get so upset with the Indiana GOP.
This whole issue just burns me up, man. I find myself doom scrolling at night, just getting fucking pissed off looking at what the ICE agents are doing to,
I was doing exactly that last night on my couch.
Up, man. It burns me up. If I saw that in person, I fear that I'm going down because I'm going to be part of the problem. I support law enforcement 100%, but like when I saw him tackle that African-American kid in Chicago, it freaking burned me up so bad, dude. There's a 1,000 kids just like that in Hammond, Indiana right now that are 100% American citizens. And if an ICE officer tackles one of them, it's a freaking disgrace. But they could do it in Chicago, no problem, right?
Tom, I'm with you. I agree. And I think what you talked about doom scrolling, I found myself on the way to Mass on Sunday. And thank God I was going to Mass because I was getting really pissed off. And I was thinking and then by the way, when I went into church, there's always a lot of Hispanic families where I go. And they weren't there.
Dude.
And I was like, what is going on? And maybe it's just that time.
Go to the soccer fields.
Yeah, they're empty.
Yeah, they're empty. The soccer, and you would know that because you've been going to soccer fields for your kid's entire life, right? Go out there on a Saturday or on a Sunday where a normal soccer tournament would be, and it's bare.
People are fearful, and I'm not talking. And by the way, saying that, it's not like
documented.
America.
We want you to be afraid and hiding in your house. That's what we want.
And
right?
these are both documented and undocumented people. Documented people are afraid.
Yeah,
because you're getting stopped.
I have American citizens that work for me whose parents are not, documented. All right, so you want to go out and watch, your grandkid play, and then maybe grandma and grandpa gets hauled away by ICE. It's like, even though you're legit, you were born in America and you're an American citizen, but your parents get hauled away because they're out there watching their grandkids play soccer.
And like you've heard from other people in your in our community that have said even attendance at school's down.
Big time.
Yeah.
We have Irving School. It's a heavy Hispanic school in the most Hispanic part of our community. I bet you the population is 75% or north of that Hispanic population. And when ICE is in the area, that attendance will drop to minuscule numbers.
Yeah.
So it's very sad, man. The whole thing is just very sad. And
I just want to get through this. I mean, I want to get through this. I want to just move on, and I just hope we can.
This period in American history, we'll be talking about like we talk about when we, during the internment camps during World War II. This is the same kind of stuff we're doing right now. There's no due process taking place. There's no recognition of constitutional rights. It's just like, fuck you, you're brown. You know?
And I think as a lawyer, right, and it even kind of, I don't know if it hits home more. I don't know what the proper word is, but it just is like, you learn this in law school, and you kind of are. It's in your blood. On how you understand, the Constitution.
This is how it's supposed to work.
Yes, we have a Constitution. It's sitting right
here.
Your
rules.
Right? And government, the American experiment and the American Republic only works if people that are in charge are going to play by the rules. And if they don't, they should be held accountable for that. And I just feel like we're losing that. And that is really, as an American, a concern. And I don't know. So, all right.
So anyway, we did a lot of ICE today. I'm sorry,
we did.
John.
And I want to respond to someone in comment who said, John has voted Indiana GOP every time. That's not true.
Not true.
I actually became so disillusioned with Holcomb, I voted for Rainwater.
And so did a lot of other people.
They did. They really did. And I just want to be clear my position. I believe in a strong border. I'm saying I don't know that the Indiana GOP does when all of a sudden, after letting migrant planes fly into Gary for however many years, they're all of a sudden all about this Fairness Act and strong on immigration.
The thing is, honestly, the thing is, isn't it a better look because you got President Trump, you got a Republican Senate, you got a Republican House, and they're completely in charge of government. Isn't it a better look to change the immigration laws and make the system work other than tackling grandma in Chicago streets? Isn't it better? Why don't you guys pass immigration reform?
Secretary of State Rubio is one of the champions of let's get a path to citizenship 10 years ago.
And Tom, that's been my feeling all along when I see these videos that everyone's saying about ISIS. It doesn't feel to me like this is the answer. There has to be another way.
This isn't America. Why don't you, President Trump, you're in charge of the whole damn government. These people are bootlickers for you, right? Pass immigration reform.
Yeah.
They'll vote for it because they're your bootlickers.
I'm making you a citizen.
Yes, Mr. President.
I feel like he could be a hero to these people that are
pass
undocumented
immigration
and be like,
reform.
I'm going to make you American citizens.
Instead of militarizing this, democratic cities, why don't you pass immigration reform?
Yeah, I would love to see
Absolutely.
that. And it'd be a huge win.
And do I need to remind the GOP that these videos do not help the GOP image?
Agreed.
They only strengthen
hurt
Democrats.
You. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, let's skip that last.
Yeah, we're gonna do it next time, John.
Yeah,
we
got one for the next show. So we've fired you up, got you upset. You were crying, you were laughing.
Fuck, man, it's too early.
I'm exhausted.
Thank you. Welcome to Lockpot. It's a roller coaster of emotions. We appreciate you. Another successful episode, season 16, episode 13 is in the books. I want to thank Jill and express my sorrow for Whiting's loss to Boone Grove.
Tom doesn't get sorrowful a lot. That's a big.
That is
big.
I appreciate Jill. She works full time for the city, and she also goes out there and helps her local community. I think that's great. So I appreciate that, Jill. And those young ladies will bounce back next year, and they'll be kicking ass in Boone Grove next year. You know what I'm saying?
God, I hope we don't have to drive out there.
Maybe they'll come. Maybe
It's
Boone Grove will
such
come
a
to Whiting.
haul.
Maybe they'll come your way.
Somebody
next year.
else hosts a sectional closer to us.
Jay Vez, thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Another great show. By the way, I'm going to see Violent Femmes tonight. You guys are all welcome. We have a little
Nice.
crew going, so
I
and they're
might
playing
take
in the
you
Salt
up on
Shed.
that.
They're
Tempting.
playing in the Salt Shed tonight.
Kevin's gonna be working late. Come on.
No, I might take him up on
He's
that.
like-
I actually looked at tickets for the show today.
Nice.
Take Jana. It's
Yeah.
a couples thing.
Oh.
right.
Yeah, and coming to you live. Thank you, Kev, and coming to you from the locomotive, the tired locomotive. We appreciate you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to follow. Even make comments about us, even if they're good, bad. We prefer good, but we appreciate you all a lot. And we'll be back on Tuesday with episode 14. Thanks, everybody. Block Pods out.